In this lesson, we'll make sure that the wrists follow our IK and FK systems. We should have an idea of what we need to do. We basically need to create a few helpers, one that will be linked to IK and the other to FK, and we'll need to make sure that their orientation is matched to our wrist bone. At that point, we can create orientation constraints and do a little bit of wiring work to finish up. Let's go ahead and get started. We will create a point helper. And this first one we'll use for the FK system. Let's go ahead and set the size to 3, and we'll go ahead and work with a box display. Alright, we'll use Alt-A to align this to our wrist bone. Great. We'll make sure that this is stored in the hidden layer. We can now rename this object to PT_DRV_L wrist FK_01. Alright, let's go ahead and clone this object. And this will be wrist IK_01. It'd be a good idea to resize it. It's kind of hard to select right now. I'll go ahead and set the size to 5. And now we can go ahead and work on linking these two objects. Let's grab our link tool. So it's really straightforward. The one that we've created for the IK control gets linked to the IK control. So the one for the FK control, let's go ahead and take care of its linking. Great. I'll now go ahead and select both helpers. Let's go ahead and clone them. Let's move them over to the right side. Alright, so we'll now want to go in and rename these objects and align them to the right wrist. I'll pause the video. Now once they have been aligned, it's time to link them to their control objects. Let's go ahead and take care of that. So there's 1, and there is 2. Alright, great. We're now ready to set up our orientation constraints. Let's go ahead and grab our wrist bone. We'll grab our orientation constraint. And remember, we're tying to IK first, and then to FK. Excellent. Let's do the same thing on the left side. So grab our wrist bone and connect first to IK, and then to FK. Alright, we're just about done. We now need to set up a little bit of wiring. Let's go ahead and grab our center of gravity. We'll right click and choose wire parameters. That's going to be modified object, extra controls, and here it is, L-arm IK. Let's go ahead and tie that to our wrist bone. So that's transform, rotation. Here's the orientation constraint. Let's go ahead and grab weight 1. We know that's a direct tie-in. And the second one needs a 1 minus along the rest of the expression. And we'll go ahead and connect. So that's all we needed to do for this lesson. After we're done, we want to test this out. So going back to the center of gravity, taking a look at the modify panel, you can see we're in FK mode right now. So we should be able to grab the FK wrist and start rotating that. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at IK now. So go ahead and enable that. Start rotating. Beautiful stuff. So this is coming along together very well. Looks like the pivot of the IK control is at the center, but remember, we just need to make sure that our pivot mode is correct. So we shouldn't let that trip us up at all. Take a look, everything is working beautifully. Alright, so I'll go ahead and use transform to 0 to bring this control object back. So again, let's make sure we take care of the right wrist, and that will be it for this lesson.